You guys have been asking for it, man. And finally, I have delivered. Courtesy of ProWrestlingTees.com, you can now own the official WWE Off the Script t-shirt. And to get yours today, all you got to do is simply go to www.ProWrestlingTees.com/offthescript, and you now can represent the number one fucking source for all WWE right here on YouTube.com. www.ProWrestlingTees.com/WWE Off the Script, and remember, hashtag fuck those other guys, man. What is going on, guys? JD from New York here, and thank you so much for joining me for part 2 of the number one fucking source right here on YouTube.com for all WWE. This is Off the Script, episode number 74. Like I said, part number 2 for your Battleground 2015 weekend, man. And what a huge day. What a huge day it was on Friday right here on my channel, man. If you missed any part of it, you missed all the action regarding WWE Battleground, man. We talked about The Undertaker and Sting potentially being at Battleground, Monday Night Raw, and SummerSlam in August from the Barclays Center. And then I did a preview and predictions match simulation with WWE 2K15 for all 4 of the big matches that will be taking place on Sunday at WWE Battleground, man. If you missed any of that yesterday, I'm going to link you guys in the description, and I'm going to link you guys right in the video. All you have to do is click that little exclamation point at the top right of the screen, and you will be prompted and taken to the easy access to access all those videos, man. So go check that out. Show some support. Let's get ready. Let's get excited for WWE Battleground this Sunday. And as always, I will be covering all the action right here on my channel immediately as soon as the pay-per-view goes off the air. So today, what we're going to be talking about, Battleground. I'm going to give you guys all my preview, my predictions. We're going to go over the match card, all rolled into one video, so stay tuned for that. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be giving you guys all the latest information regarding Dolph Ziggler, Ryback, and why he's hurt. The new Divas that debuted on Monday Night Raw, making their main roster debut that came up from NXT. We're going to be talking about all that, plus Jim Ross and what he thinks should happen in the main event at WWE Battleground between Brock Lesnar and Seth Rollins, and his 2 cents on all this Undertaker speculation, with him being there Sunday night in the main event, or being a part of the main event. So we're going to talk about all that today, guys, quickly. If you're not following me on Twitter, at JD from NY206, easily the best place to reach out to me and tweet with me all Battleground weekend, especially during the pay-per-view, man. It's going to be big, and I want you guys to be there with me, at JD from NY206. And I need just a few more t-shirts, guys. If you guys want to support me and the show, ProWrestlingTees.com/WWE Off the Script. Get your first official JD merchandise for WWE Off the Script, all right? Now, let's get into it, guys. Battleground, obviously, this Sunday, live on the WWE Network. The Intercontinental Championship, I want to get that right out in the open, is not taking place. Ryback is injured. The match will be canceled. So we don't have to fall asleep during the pay-per-view. You guys can retire your pillows for an extra couple of hours, man. You don't need to grab the pillow once all 3 of those guys hit the ring for the Intercontinental title. Now, I know a lot of you guys are asking me, JD, what's with Ryback? What's with all the hate about Ryback? I don't think he is worthy of a WWE championship right now, or a major championship in the WWE. You know, the crowd reaction is one thing. Fine, he gets a decent reaction, but Ryback can't carry a match. I don't see Ryback as being the quintessential WWE Intercontinental Champion. You know, I don't see Ryback bringing any prestige to that belt. It's tough, in my eyes, to see Ryback as a credible champion when he's been so up and down, and WWE didn't know what to do with him. I don't take him seriously. I really don't. WWE ruined Ryback to the point where now I can't take him seriously. They're doing the same thing with Wade Barrett. They had a great gimmick with Bad News Barrett, and they dropped that, and now he's just a generic individual on the roster, collecting a paycheck. He's just like everybody else, man. The Bad News gimmick made him stand out. King Barrett. Who's King Barrett? He's just another guy on TV that they don't know what they're doing with. They're putting him in matches and feuds with R-Truth. He's on the pre-show. He won the King of the Ring, and WWE did not catapult him into superstardom with the King of the Ring, man. With the likes of Owen and Brett and all the other men, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Triple H, who won King of the Ring, man. You think that you win King of the Ring, it's going to be something great. And no, they dropped the ball yet again, just like WWE Creative does, because they don't know what to do with somebody as talented as Wade Barrett. He had the Bad News Barrett gimmick, and they dropped the ball. They're doing the same thing with Ryback, or did the same thing with Ryback. I just don't care. I just don't care. So Ryback is out, and the reason why Ryback is out, here's the story. Intercontinental Champion Ryback is injured and will not compete at WWE Battleground on Sunday. As previously noted, Ryback was scheduled to face both The Miz and Big Show in a triple threat match for the IC title at the pay-per-view on July 19th. According to WWE, Ryback sustained a knee injury on July 13th during the go-home show of Monday Night Raw before Battleground. He worked a tag team match with Randy Orton as his partner on the show. The duo faced the team of Big Show and Sheamus. WWE.com reported the news first, saying, earlier this week on Raw, Intercontinental Champion Ryback sustained a knee injury that will prevent him from competing and defending his title this weekend at WWE Battleground. Stay with WWE.com for additional details on Ryback's condition. Ryback then further explained his injury on Twitter, saying, after Raw, Monday I woke up Tuesday morning before some media appearances with a severe staph infection in my right knee. Staph infection and being on the DL, man. That sounds quite familiar to someone who goes by the name of Phil Brooks. Staph infection, right? What goes around comes around, Mr. Ryback. You want to talk shit about Punk and wish ill will on another individual? What happened, bro? What happened? So he's out with a staph infection in his right knee, and that's not a knock against Ryback. I wish him a speedy recovery, and I hope he gets back in the ring. But, you know, CM Punk was complaining of staph infections, and, you know, people said, oh, we don't get staph infections in WWE. Well, look at that. Ryback has suffered a severe staph infection that will keep him off Battleground. I was brought to the hospital and put on strong antibiotics and had 90 cc of fluid drained out of my knee in a 24-hour period. We caught it in time thanks to the great WWE medical team, and I will make a full recovery. Will be kept in the hospital for several days, and I will not be able to defend my Intercontinental Championship this Sunday. I am sorry to all my fans and the WWE. I will be back shortly, but I have to get this corrected. As of Wednesday, July 15th, WWE has yet to update the Battleground card with a replacement match for the pay-per-view. Ryback won the IC Championship at the Elimination Chamber, defeating 5 other men for the strap in the first ever IC Championship Elimination Chamber match. So that match is off, okay? Now, Dolph Ziggler. You guys have been asking me about Dolph Ziggler. His status, okay? It's he signed, he's not signed. He signed, he's not signed. This is the final discussion about Dolph Ziggler's WWE status. New reports have provided some backstage news on Dolph Ziggler and his WWE status, as well as why he was recently written off TV. A lot of you guys thought that he and Rusev were going to be going one-on-one at Battleground. That is not the case. Ziggler was last seen being brutally attacked by Rusev during the July 6th edition of Raw, which left him injured and out of action indefinitely. Rusev and Ziggler have been at odds since the Bulgarian Brute kicked Lana to the curb and she began locking lips with Ziggler on TV, which I can't stand. I think it's a trashy angle. I think Rusev and Ziggler deserve a lot better. And I don't understand why they ripped Lana away from Rusev. To me, Lana doesn't have the appeal she once had. Rusev, still great at what he does. He's gotten much better in the ring after starting out so green. I like his gimmick. I like what he represents. WWE dropped the ball with him as well. Undefeated United States champion ever since he lost to John Cena. He's now put in this fucking pathetic storyline, a love triangle with Dolph Ziggler and Lana, and you throw in Summer Rae. This was one of the biggest heels in the company, and now, like I said a couple of weeks back, he looks like a complete pussy. I don't understand WWE creative, but this angle has to end. You know, I know when Ziggler and Rusev get in the ring, it's going to be great. Because that's who they are. Okay, especially if it takes place at SummerSlam, which I'll talk about in a second. But this whole storyline with Lana, she lost her appeal now that she's not with Rusev. She's nothing to me. I don't care about Lana now. I don't care that she's with Ziggler. You know, I just don't. And Summer Rae adds nothing to the angle. These two men are worth so much more than what they're being given with their storyline on TV. All right, so the injury has him out indefinitely. Rusev and Ziggler have been at odds since the Bulgarian Brute kicked Lana to the curb, blah, blah, blah. While Lana and Rusev are an actual couple in real life, owning a home together in Nashville, Tennessee, on screen, their love life no longer exists. Ziggler's character now has Lana on his arm, as Rusev is now accompanied to the ring by Hot Summer Rae. Rusev now being at 100% attacks Ziggler with his crutch, damaging his throat in the process. The injury angle was set up so that Ziggler could be off WWE TV for a considerable amount of time. Many questioned if it was because he had yet to sign a new WWE contract, since Ziggler himself had recently been denying that he had. As of July 14th, PWInsider.com has reported and confirmed that Ziggler has signed a new deal with the company, and he should be returning to action with a couple of weeks to spare before WWE SummerSlam to set up a match with his current nemesis, Rusev. So that's one of the matches that's going to be taking place on August 23rd at SummerSlam in Brooklyn. Rusev versus Ziggler to get his revenge. Book it, okay? He is also currently off TV so that he can star in a new WWE studio-produced thriller called 642. He'll be playing an officer named Ray Fitzpatrick who has a deal with his past while also stopping a bomb from going off. Filming is taking place currently in Vancouver, Canada, and is expected to run around 4 weeks. So that is why Ziggler is off TV. That is why Ziggler will not be at Battleground to fight Rusev. Instead, he's going to remain off TV with a couple of weeks to spare before SummerSlam, before getting back to Monday Night Raw, seeking revenge on Rusev, and that's when that match will be booked at SummerSlam in Brooklyn at the Barclays Center, okay? Now, The Undertaker rumors. Everybody talking about The Undertaker. I posted off the script. That was the main story. Some of you actually cried to me yesterday on Twitter, JD, I'm going to have to unsubscribe because all you do is spoil the biggest stories in WWE. Well, no shit. If I don't cover the news stories, you guys aren't going to get the proper information from me, the #1 guy on YouTube that I proclaim to be. So if you don't like the thumbnails, if you don't like the stories, tough shit. You're going to have to stay off the internet when things like this happen until Monday Night Raw concludes. If you don't want to find out what's going to happen, because everybody's talking about this, everyone is reporting it, everybody is excited about it. Even Hall of Famer Jim Ross thinks The Undertaker should interfere during the Battleground main event and face Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam on August 23rd. As previously reported, the Phenom is heavily rumored to appear at WWE Battleground in some capacity on July 19th. Undertaker is also reportedly expected to compete at SummerSlam on August 23rd. He's also being advertised locally for Monday Night Raw on July 20th. one night removed from Battleground. Not only is the dead man slated to work a match in August, but so is former WCW and TNA World Heavyweight Champion Sting. Ross, obviously knowing these rumors, gives his predictions for Battleground and the main event, where he believes that WWE World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins will likely retain the gold due to the fairly obvious Lesnar over Rollins pre-match booking by WWE. He writes, and I quote, WWE has positioned Seth Rollins to lose to Brock Lesnar for the WWE World title Sunday night in St. Louis, which is why I don't think it will happen. Sunday would be a great place to add a new talent or two to the mix as allies of Rollins, considering that Lesnar and Heyman have eliminated the rest. Could Triple H cost Lesnar the title and then face Brock at SummerSlam? Bottom line is that I don't see Rollins losing Sunday at Battleground. Here's one for you. Undertaker comes back to SummerSlam, causes Lesnar to lose to Rollins, and then Taker faces Lesnar at SummerSlam. Yes, I'm on medication. End quote. That's Jim Ross for you. Now, one of you guys, if I can find it on my fucking Twitter, because I tweeted Justin LaBar this, and I asked for his expert opinion, and I really do think that this is a fabulous idea by one of you, and I'm going to shout one of you out as soon as my phone loads. Twitter for the iPhone is just terrible, man. It was such an amazing idea that I tweeted Justin LaBar because I know he's going to be in town Sunday night for the pay-per-view. I know he's going to be in town most of that week for NXT. He's going to be in town for SummerSlam. So it's going to be a big weekend. You know, and my phone still won't pull it up, man. I just don't believe it. It's in my favorites. If I can find it. I can't even get to my fucking profile. I really don't believe it. Here we go. Let me see if I can find it. I tweeted him. If I can fucking find it. I still can't find it. Here we go. This is from Papo Skills. I know you're watching, bro, and this was a fucking fabulous idea. Alright, I think this idea is fucking amazing, and I actually do think this would be fucking colossal. Epic. Fucking unbelievable, man. I don't have words for this. If this actually happened, this is too good of an idea, so WWE obviously won't do it. He says, Papo Skills, the match ends in DQ. Heyman screws Lesnar. Ambrose and Roman come to the ring. The crowd thinks they are going to attack Rollins, but instead they attack Lesnar. Then the lights go out, and Taker and Sting come out. This leads to the Shield versus Taker, Sting, and Lesnar. And if you want Taker to get his revenge, make him eliminate Lesnar at the Royal Rumble. Seems like a pretty solid idea if you ask me. Now, my original prediction for this, before The Undertaker even got involved, was that you got Roman Reigns. He's going against Bray Wyatt. Have Bray Wyatt win. I think Bray Wyatt, at this moment in time, at this juncture, needs a win more than Roman Reigns, okay? Roman Reigns, you know, I just see him floundering. They don't know what to do with him. WWE clearly, you know, has the idea that Roman Reigns is going to be a solid part of their future, but right now it's just not working as a face. Turn him heel. Ambrose, on the other hand, 1 week he's not doing anything. He's in meaningless feuds with Bo Dallas and Bray Wyatt. Then you put him in a fucking Intercontinental Championship match. He doesn't win that. Next night, literally, he comes out after WrestleMania, challenges John Cena for the United States Championship in John Cena's open challenge. Then you put him against Seth Rollins, his former brother in the Shield, in a WWE Championship match at Money in the Bank in a ladder match. Now he's fighting Bo Dallas. Then he's fighting Bray Wyatt. Then he's mixed in with other fucking meaningless garbage. Obviously, Dean Ambrose is worth a lot more than WWE just throwing him all over the place, okay? He's a prime talent. He's a future piece of the company. They don't know what to do with him. He's directionless. 1 minute he's up, next minute he's down, next minute he's really down. You don't know what to do with him. You don't know what to do with either one of these guys. So, you turn them both heel. That's what my idea was. You turn them both heel. You align them again with Seth Rollins, because Rollins on Raw attacked Kane when he was down. J&J Security has had enough of Brock Lesnar. They got their ass kicked. Their fucking Cadillac was destroyed. Seth Rollins has nobody. Who is Seth Rollins going to recruit to help him defeat Brock Lesnar? Obviously, he's been given lip to the Authority and Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. He has nobody. It makes sense to have Roman and Dean frustrated at their current situation, bring some real-life element into it. They're frustrated with WWE and their position as singles guys. It wasn't like that when they were with The Shield. They were 3, and they dominated the entire roster. They took out The Undertaker. They took out whoever else stepped in their way. So why not get the band back together? You know, individually right now, they're frustrated. Don't make them look weak. Don't make them look weak and directionless. Listen, we're frustrated with our fucking place in the company. WWE promised us this. They promised us that. When we were with The Shield, you people answered to us. We owned this fucking place. We did what we wanted. Seth Rollins is WWE champion, so we're going to do the whole fucking thing all over again to fucking stamp that exclamation point on things for a second go. I like it. You can involve The Undertaker. You could involve The Undertaker in some way. How you get him there, I don't know. I don't see Paul Heyman turning on Brock Lesnar. I just don't. I don't think that's necessary. But if WWE creatively can come up with a way to get The Undertaker, Brock Lesnar together on a team, to have them put their differences aside for one night, and then you include Sting, who already has some type of history, just a dash with Seth Rollins. Undertaker has history with Seth Rollins because The Shield took out The Undertaker, if you remember, several years back in a SmackDown taping in London. So they all have history. All these guys have some type of history. If you can get The Undertaker, Lesnar, and Sting in a 6-man tag against The Shield, can you imagine the main event that would be for SummerSlam? You know, SummerSlam, obviously, it's a big enough event where you gotta have the WWE Championship defended. Not in this juncture. Not in this situation. I can go without one pay-per-view, not having the WWE Championship defended. If you're going to include all 3 guys like that against The Shield, dude, that's going to tear the fucking house down. That's going to fucking break the internet. That would be something that we never thought would have happened. And if you have The Shield go over, Roman and Dean are once again made, and you make Seth Rollins look like a fucking beast. You erase all the cowardism that has been thrown his way all these months. He looks like a fucking beast. Lesnar, The Undertaker, and Sting, they could take a loss. They are who they are. They can take a loss. To lay down and make Roman, Dean, and Seth look strong again, I think it's necessary. I think it's possible. I think something like that could bring the fucking roof caving in at the Barclays Center at SummerSlam, man. I would love it. Do I think it's going to happen? No. Do I think The Shield is reforming? I think that's the best route. I don't see anybody else, helping Seth Rollins. I don't want to see a Seth Rollins versus Triple H. I just don't. I think Seth Rollins needs to remain heel. I don't want to see him as a face. There's no other alternative here. There really is not. Do I think Lesnar is going to walk away WWE Champion? No. This is going to end in some crazy fashion, over-the-top booking by WWE, and we're all going to sit there with a fucking smile on our face and a cold beverage in our hand and watch, Battleground take place, and the main event's going to be fucking chaotic, man. It's going to be great. And I'm going to be here talking about it. We're all going to be talking about it. We're all going to be guessing what's happening next. This is the unpredictability. We don't know what Sting and The Undertaker are going to do. We don't know who Seth Rollins is going to have to get his back against Brock Lesnar, man. There's a lot of moving pieces, and there's a lot of question marks right now, which make it a must-see pay-per-view. But that's where my head is at right now. Let me know what you guys think about that, all right? So that is the main event. Lesnar, Rollins, with Heyman, WWE Championship match at Battleground, okay? IC Championship, like I said, will not be taking place. I have not heard of a match that's going to replace that right now. Ryback still champion, out with a staph infection. The Primetime Players versus A New Day. I think the primetime players will win. I don't see them, losing so soon after grabbing the tag team championships. I do like a New Day. I don't see why a New Day lost the belt to begin with, because they were hot and they still remain to be hot. It is what it is, man. I'm not too big on the primetime players. They're a solid team. They get things done. I do think Darren Young and Titus O'Neil are slightly sloppy and green in the ring. I don't really like the way they move in the ring cohesively. That's just me and me picking apart, their in-ring skills. But it is what it is, man. WWE Tag Team Championship match. Primetime players, I do see going over the New Day. Roman Reigns versus Bray Wyatt. I do see Bray Wyatt winning this. I would have Bray Wyatt winning this simply because of what I just stated a couple of minutes ago with Roman Reigns. I think Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, and Seth Rollins should get the band back together and reform the Shield. WWE United States Championship. John Cena versus Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens needs to win this match. I don't see Kevin Owens losing the NXT Championship to Finn Balor in Japan as a bad thing. This only means a good thing, and I do think John Cena drops the belt to Kevin Owens. Now, if by some lame way WWE keeps the belt on John Cena, they could have Cesaro, who is not on the card right now, interfere and cost Owens the match, then setting up a triple threat match at SummerSlam, and then that's when Kevin Owens would win. And then Kevin Owens could win without pinning John Cena, and everybody would be happy in WWE. I just don't see Kevin Owens twice in a 4-month span pinning John Cena twice. I just don't see it happening. So, my prediction here. Kevin Owens wins, but by disqualification. I see Cesaro getting involved. I see a triple threat match building towards SummerSlam, where Kevin Owens wins the belt at SummerSlam, pins Cesaro for the belt. John Cena gets away scot-free without getting the pinfall. That's just me. Let me know what you guys think about that. Dolph Ziggler. I gave you guys the information on Dolph Ziggler. Ziggler versus Rusev was rumored, but that will not be happening. Ziggler versus Rusev will take place at SummerSlam. Sheamus versus Randy Orton. Not sure if this is on the card officially or not. I did not watch SmackDown. One of you guys let me know in the comment section. Sheamus versus Randy Orton is very, very likely for the pay-per-view. And then the Bella Twins versus Paige and Charlotte. I do not think that the new divas, Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch, or Charlotte, should be on this pay-per-view. It's too soon. I think it would be a rush job. And I think things need to be built towards SummerSlam, where they make their first official big WWE pay-per-view debut. I would not even have any of those divas on this card. Save it for SummerSlam, but there might be a WWE Divas match. I just don't know what yet. A lot of this card, has been rumored or not confirmed yet. What I told you guys so far right now is what WWE is working with. If I hear anything, I will definitely let you guys know Sunday on Off the Script Part 3. But that is the video, guys. Let me know what you think of Battleground and the predictions. Let me know what you think is going to happen. Let me know if you think I'm fucking just absolutely crazy. Let me know what you think of Papo Skills and his idea. Can we see a fucking 6-man tag at SummerSlam, man, between the Shield and 3 fucking legends? That would be unbelievable. This is JD. Hit that thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below. Subscribe if you have not done so, man. Tombstone that subscribe button for the #1 source right here on YouTube.com for all WWE. Follow me on Twitter at JD from NY206, and please go out and buy your first official WWE Off the Script t-shirt at ProWrestlingTees.com/WWE Off the Script. And as well, if you missed any one of my videos, man, hit that exclamation point and it'll take you right to all my videos from Friday, man. Epic fucking weekend right now. It's going to continue on into Sunday leading up to WWE Battleground. This is JD. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on Off the Script Part 3 for Battleground Sunday. Talk to you later.